Software-defined vehicle architecture changes more than the technical design of the car. It also changes the business model around the car. This lecture explains the shift from a vehicle being mainly a one-time hardware sale to a connected product, where software features, updates, services, diagnostics, data-based improvements, user experiences, digital services, and lifecycle support can continue creating value throughout the ownership lifecycle. In the traditional model, most vehicle value is decided before delivery. The customer selects a variant, trim, engine option, comfort package, infotainment option, and safety package. After production, the vehicle normally receives only limited improvements. Revenue is mainly connected to the sale, service, spare parts, and warranty ecosystem. Software exists, but it is not usually treated as a continuously monetized product layer for the fleet after sale. In an SDV model, the vehicle platform can support features that are activated, upgraded, improved, or personalized after sale. This creates the possibility of recurring revenue through subscriptions, temporary feature access, premium software packages, connectivity services, navigation services, charging intelligence, driver assistance upgrades, and fleet management tools. The business focus moves from only selling hardware to managing software-enabled value. This shift depends on architecture. A vehicle maker cannot reliably sell software-enabled services if the vehicle is not updatable, diagnosable, configurable, secure, and connected. The business model needs the engineering platform underneath it. Feature catalogs, entitlement systems, payment systems, back-end services, vehicle configuration, and safety validation must all align before a software feature can be offered responsibly in production vehicles.
The role of the OEM, or original equipment manufacturer, changes in this model. The manufacturer is no longer only designing, producing, selling, and servicing vehicles. It also operates software releases, back-end platforms, connected services, feature entitlement, cybersecurity response, diagnostic analytics, and customer-facing digital experiences. This requires new engineering processes, new organizational ownership, and closer coordination between vehicle and software teams.
The data flow also changes the business view. Vehicle data can help detect failures, improve service planning, understand feature usage, optimize energy behavior, and improve future software releases. This data must be handled with privacy, consent, cybersecurity, and regulation in mind. The value is not in collecting data blindly. The value is in using controlled, meaningful, and permitted data to improve vehicle operation and services over time. A practical example is connected navigation with energy planning in an electric vehicle. The basic vehicle can drive without this premium intelligence. A software-enabled service can add live traffic, charger availability, route-based battery prediction, and charging stop optimization. The customer value comes from continuous data, cloud support, and vehicle integration. The business value comes from maintaining that service across the vehicle lifecycle. There are important trade-offs. Recurring revenue can support better long-term software maintenance, but poorly designed feature locking can damage customer trust. A safety-related capability must not be treated like a simple entertainment subscription. Business teams, legal teams, safety engineers, cybersecurity engineers, and product teams must clearly separate convenience features, regulated features, safety-critical functions, and region-specific requirements. For suppliers, the shift changes expectations as well. Instead of delivering only hardware modules or fixed embedded software, suppliers may need to provide updatable components, software development kits, service interfaces, diagnostics data, cybersecurity evidence, and long-term maintenance support. The supplier relationship becomes more software intensive because the vehicle maker needs components that can participate in a larger software-defined vehicle ecosystem. The main learning is that SDV changes the vehicle from a mostly fixed product into a managed software-enabled platform. Revenue, service, support, diagnostics, upgrades, and customer experience can continue after the first sale. This business shift is only practical when the technical platform supports secure updates, reliable configuration, observability, compliance, and clear separation between safety-critical and commercial feature logic inside the platform. The next lecture goes deeper into features on demand. It explains how subscriptions, post-sale upgrades, and controlled pricing models are implemented using software-defined vehicle architecture.